It's the San Antonio Dreadnoughts taking on San Diego.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week. Plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw here's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Woodward. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Red Dragons have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It is fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 66 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. They'll try the left side. Woodward. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the left side. Woodward looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Woodward. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Seven, our score after 1. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He sets to fire deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dreadnoughts have taken the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out comes San Antonio. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now, he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
He's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 1. And he's got it. The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Red Dragons are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back out comes San Antonio. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Big hold to the 30, and all the way out to the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Second and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. Back out comes this offense now late in this 1st half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, Woodward. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
2nd and long. Being chased out left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he'll give it here to his running back.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Reeves. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And that will be incomplete as well. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to kick it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out comes San Antonio. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Woodward. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. They'll set up a throw. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reeves. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dreadnoughts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive goes 8 plays. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on here to punt it away. Yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Back to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Woodward. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Woodward. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 120 tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Boyd. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. Boyd. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. He'll drop to throw.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Back out comes San Antonio.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead.
But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
from the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And they will take a knee here.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for San Antonio, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.